This is a CBC podcast.
I'm Rob Norman.
I'm Andrew Norton, and the Personal Best podcast is back for season 2.
All right. Well, this is exciting.
I wasn't ready to do this, but I'm going to give it my all.
Whoa! Holy frick!
Personal Best Season 2, a self-improvement show for people who don't like self-improvement.
Subscribe now wherever you find your favorite podcasts.
Anine Jain, how are you?
Gonalonkwa, which is I love you.
Agamemok, keep going.
Diane Today for Don't Touch.
This is First Words, an Indigenous language podcast by Unreserved.
Yat-e, which is a greeting.
Miigwech, which means thank you.
My name is Lorena Cote. I'm from Cote First Nation. I'm a Anishinaabe Kwe, and we will be speaking the Saulteaux language today. I was raised by my grandparents, so that was their first language. So that's all they spoke, and I spoke it up until I went to school. I was made fun of. Nobody else spoke it. I thought everybody did. So it was kind of like a shock, going from home to school. So getting made fun of, I just quit speaking. Well, I would use it once in a while. And my dad always speaks to me in Saulteaux. My uncles used to, so I understood it. I just wouldn't answer back. And it wasn't until maybe in my 30s when I realized I have something that I should be proud of. So I went to school for it. I went to study it. When I took my first language class in grade 9, I was interested. And that was it. That was as far as we went, 1 year of language class. So I had to go to university to take my language. It made me feel really good, especially it gave me a warm feeling because my grandparents always pushed it. They wanted all of us to learn. And when I started university, any homework I had, I'd go to my grandfather. And he didn't know how to read and write it, but I would ask him questions in English and he'd tell me in Saulteaux. So I would take it from there, and he was really happy. And he kept telling me, learn as much as you can, keep on, don't quit. When we were younger, my grandfather used to always speak to the animals in the language. And it would be like they'd sit and listen to him. So I believe that they understand. And my grandmother used to train little dogs for people, commands, and she'd do it all in Saulteaux, and they'd listen to the Saulteaux, like sit, eat. So even they would say that the dogs and the cats and, all the animals, they understand the language. Growing up, I didn't see it as important because the more places I went, nobody spoke it. Like you'd find the odd person that would. And I didn't think it was important until, I'd say before my grandparents died, they always told us we need it. And I didn't realize that we need our language for our ceremonies, for our stories, our histories, because they're all told in a language. And we really need it to understand where we come from, also why we're here. Our language gives us that. It's more deeper than English. It's a descriptive language where a lot of our words do not have an English meaning, but they have intentions or actions. I teach Saulteaux. I started out teaching just the basic Saulteaux, and when my auntie retired, I ended up taking on all the Saulteaux classes. Our speakers are slowly dying, and it's not being passed on. And a lot of the kids don't want to learn because English is so easy to speak. Then they figure our language is harder. But we have to keep it living because of our ceremonies. That's our connection to the creators, our language. We were taught that the Creator gave everybody a different language, and that was your connection, your connection to the Creator, and their language is their connection to the Creator. So that's why I think our language is very important. That's our connection. That's who we are. I do see a lot of young people. Like from when I first started, it was mostly older people. And I do see a lot of young people now coming in, and a lot of them are getting excited to learn about their own identity. And I always tell them, your language is your identity. It tells you who you are. We just need programs that will suit our languages. Like we have all these programs that we model after French or other languages, and they don't work for us. So we need to find our own system in how we teach. Usually it's best to be around the speaker to learn, but nowadays that can't happen. Like a lot of people live in a city and there's nobody that speaks. We have to find a way to connect speakers and non-speakers, and a lot of them will do it through internet. And then if they can do through internet, then they're texting or calling. So, but we got to find our own program in order where we can create a speaker. Okay, the word that I'd like to share is manachitawin, which means respect but has a deeper meaning, which not only means to respect one another, but to respect yourself and to respect everything around you, meaning the earth, the plants, the animals, everything. So respecting everything. Another word I'd like to teach you today is humility, tipate ndizuin, to be humble. Humble yourself to everything, to not be greater than anybody, but to be equal with each other. My name is Lorena Cote. I'm from Cote First Nation. I'm Anishinaabe Kwe, and today we're going to learn the word that I really think that has a lot of meaning is respect in the Saulteaux language, manachitawin.
For more CBC podcasts, go to cbc.ca/podcasts.